Hey, what is up, Bulldog fans? Man, gonna give a quick recap of all the sports action heading that's been going on this past week, finishing up here today on May 3rd. Good Friday. It's a great Friday in Bulldog Nation. So last night we had some weather issues going on, so we'll start off with a little baseball action. So Tuesday, the Bulldogs hosted Fatima Comets. Fatima is the defending Class 3 state champion. So the Fatima Comets had an 8-2 lead, had that 3-run first inning against the Bulldogs. Bulldogs battled back in the bottom of the 7th, gained a few runs back, ended up falling 5-8. Could not overcome that deficit that happened early on. In that game, Colton Petersmith went 3 for 3. Jack Morozowitz, in his first game back, the Missouri S&T football and baseball commit, went 2 for 3. Both those players reached base 4 times, but were not able to get them around. Had 2 innings where they were left stranded on base. Kind of hate to see that. So now we're supposed to be playing in Iberia on Thursday, but the weather down there rained the game out. However, the Bulldogs field wasn't looking too bad. We tried to get them to come up, could not make it work out. So we ended up contacting Licking and Crocker. So Licking came up and played the Bulldogs. Then they had a doubleheader against the Crocker Lions, and then the Rolla Bulldogs ended up playing the JV Lions. The JV Bulldogs, JV Lions played in the nightcap. So it was kind of an exciting day. And that game against Licking was absolute madness. There was everything you could imagine going on. The scores were all over the place. It ended up being a 10-9 victory for the Bulldogs. They had not led until that final go-ahead run that happened in the bottom of the 6th. The Bulldogs walked 15 batters on the evening, only gave up 4 or 5 hits, but walked 15. Kind of hard to recover from that. The Bulldogs they tied it in the bottom of the 4th. Then they're facing a deficit 6-9 going into the bottom of the 6th. Bulldogs came up big, had a lot of small ball going on, got some singles, got some walks, got a sacrifice bunt. Riker Snodgrass comes to the plate, drives in 2 runs, including the go-ahead run, puts the Bulldogs up 10-9, and that is how it winds up. Landon Richter went 4 for 4 for the Bulldogs, got himself a couple RBIs, and he scored a couple runs. Riker Snodgrass went 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, including that go-ahead RBI that put the Bulldogs on top. They're now 7-3 on the season. They are an up and down team, but man, I'm excited to see as they get everything kind of put together. They're next up for them. They're going to be playing Monday at Willard, which I don't know if they're defending state champion. They have been there. They are a top-notch program. And then Tuesday at Pacific in a makeup game. Let's take a look at tennis action. Tennis on Thursday. So the tennis match that was scheduled for Wednesday was going to be their first home match. That got rained out. So then they head down Thursday to the Cooper Tennis Complex, take on a tri-match between Glendale and them, and then also Parkview. So 2 former Ozark Conference foes, and the Bulldogs dominate. They win both those matches 8-1. Now, the first game against Glendale, talented team, Bulldogs just took it to them, swept all 3 double matches. Same thing with Parkview on the doubles matches, and Keaton Renaud had a big time battle against the Glendale's number 1, won 9-7. Kyle Robinson, our number 2, also got a win. Cam Brown got a win. Connor Johnson and Logan Dunn all got victories for the Bulldogs in singles action. Going into the Parkview game, so the doubles teams that Keaton was involved with, so Keaton and Kyle Robinson were the doubles 1. They ended up having an 8-6 victory. Again, long match, a lot of volleys, just an exciting type of play. Cameron Brown, Paxton Ledbetter teamed up for the doubles 2, and Connor Johnson, Jack Greenway teamed up on doubles 3. So with that whole group, that is 5 seniors competing in the doubles matches. Kyle Robinson, the sophomore in that group. So a lot of excitement there. Then they head into Parkview, another battle in the doubles match, but they moved outside. So now you got these gusty winds going on, and it made it rough on the serves. But the doubles, all those teams won, only gave up 1 set, lost 1 set. In the singles, Keaton Renaud went down to Dax Barnhouse, a talented player for Parkview Vikings, but the wind was really impacting Keaton's ability to do this high serve where he comes up and he has a very dominant first serve. And his second serve does not look any different than his first serve. And that kind of put a crunch on that for him, limited how effective he could be off that serve, which makes it tough. Plus, he played 3 hours straight when you count the previous 2 doubles matches and the singles match that all extended. So it was a long day. Besides that, the rest of the Bulldogs all got that victory. So great job by them. They will be up next. Let's see where they are going to be at next. Monday at School of the Osage. Tuesday, they got a home match against Cap City. That will then be their first one because their other one got rained out. And then they'll be in Camden at a tournament on Thursday and Friday. So it's going to be a lot of fun for tennis coming up. Let's talk about the MSU Relays, the golf team. So they're all back. This was kind of their first big meet, and they were down in Springfield at the Payne Stewart Complex. Canner Barback, the sophomore who was a state qualifier last year as a freshman, and leading the way for the Bulldogs is that Western Missouri commit senior Chanson Jordan. Shot a 73, good enough for 4th overall. And as a team, they shot 310, putting them at 5th overall in a 23-team field. So great job by them. Canner Bar, also a medalist, shot a 75, and he came in at 10th place on that. Waylon Chapman shot a 78, Dawson Caldwell an 84, and Wilson Gacamelli an 86. So great job by the Bulldogs. They are going to be they have a meet next Monday, I believe. So that's a lot of excitement there. Let's see, what else do we have going on? Soccer girls, they lost to John Burroughs last week, been a quiet week. They will be taking on Rockwood Summit this Saturday. And let's see, Bulldog JV Baseball, I believe, has Rockbridge at home this weekend as well. Let's see, girls also have on Wednesday, they've got a home match against Elias. So a lot of activity, a lot of fun here in Bulldog Nation. Make sure you get out, support the Bulldogs. Go to romoathletics.com. There's updates on there. There's articles. Also have added in a minor athletics page. So a link to all the Missouri S&T minors athletic activities. You can find it in a one-stop shop right there at Romo Athletics. Make sure you join there. Have a calendar on there with calendar of events where you can see activities. We got highlights. We're going to be introducing a seniors page with all the seniors going off to college, as well as former college players that are Bulldog alums. So that's going to be kind of exciting. Put a lot of that information together. If you are interested in sponsoring Romo Athletics, because all of this takes time and it is a lot of energy, help this be sustainable and something that can grow to provide sports coverage for all of the Rolla community. Appreciate everyone. Reach out if you want to look at some sponsorships, you want to submit some articles, have access on there for you to do that as well. Have a great weekend, because it's not just a good Friday, it's a great Friday in Bulldog Nation.